Once upon a time, I was a princess in this fairy tale gumdrop.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a Wednesday night episode of the Lowdown, the first one we've had in 2 weeks. I am Jessie B, here with my wonderful co-host, John Anthony. How are you tonight, John?
What's going on, all you cool cats and kittens? Nice to be back with the globe-trotting Jessie B, here to talk everything AEW. It's been a while. Missed you. Hope everything's been going good for you.
Yeah, thanks for last week. I was sick as hell, so I was definitely not doing a show last week. I was dying.
It's all good.
I'm still dying. I'm still freaking sick.
I'm just glad our guest was able to reschedule. So that's all I'm happy for.
Yes, definitely.
We're good to go.
Yes. So tonight we've got a very special guest joining us. It is going to be Editorial Dani. If you guys are not familiar with her, go look her up on X. She is the woman responsible for the Julia Hart vignettes when Julia Hart was getting ready to make her comeback from injury. Talented woman. So she should be on very, very soon. So I'm very excited to have her on tonight.
Likewise, man. She does some awesome work. I'm excited for it.
Absolutely. Tonight's episode of Dynamite was okay. Interesting matches for a go-home show. Yeah. It was very thrown together.
Thank you. The matches to me were like, I know they made sense. We put in people who are facing each other on Sunday. I get it, but it's just like the signing was awesome. Like MJF promo, the MJF spots were great. Why are we putting them on a regular match? Like I don't know, man. We'll run through the matches real quick and talk about it. We'll talk about it.
So MJF opens with the epic promo. Fucking awesome, like always. Yeah. Contract signing was great. Swerve swerved him with the scissors and had the scissors himself.
Yes. Love that for to happen with Swerve. That was awesome.
So that was a nice touch. Now this 8-man tag match I actually enjoyed, which I don't normally, because it was easy to follow.
Yeah, it was a good match, but throwing a lot of people together, like that's I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It was good. It was a good match though. No, the match itself was good. Don't get me wrong.
Match that was a good match. Really good. It was just
absolutely. Everyone in there was great.
So Hobbs is the fucking beast.
Oh yeah.
Dude is a fucking beast. He is just insane.
Mm-hmm. Love me some Hobbs, man. He gets the job done. He needs. That's what I'm saying. Like he needs some more focal point. If Revolution is what WrestleMania is to WWE, then they need moving into 2025. And this is your reset. Hobbs needs to have some kind of predominant role moving forward for a high mid card, if not the world title. Like he needs to start having that role because the man is being wasted, just wasting away on your roster. Such a great wrestler, great in the ring, great on the mic. Got to feature him, man. Got to feature him.
Especially now that he's healthy, you've got to get him on there.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Of course, it ends with the Callis family beating the shit out of Ospreay and Fletcher coming out and putting him through a chair. So that was a brutal spot.
Yeah, that was rough.
Then there was a Kenny Omega Takeshita package, which was all right. It was a little cheesy. Cope wins versus Yuta, which, not surprised, definitely knew Cope was going to be winning that match, but didn't expect the handshake at the end.
Well, I mean, it makes sense, obviously, what transpired, and we get the whole Yuta Mox headbutting for 5 minutes, and then Mox running in the back and cutting a pretty good promo. A lot of what he's been saying, a lot of the same stuff, but again, good promo from him. So I'm excited for the match. That's one of the big matches I'm excited for Sunday. So I'm excited.
Absolutely, he's going into it. He's going into it alone. So
is he though? Is he?
Right. See, and that's something that I was just gonna say because of what Jay White said. Is he going in it alone, or is Jay White going to turn on him and join Mox?
Could there be a new member?
See, that's the thought that came through my head too.
And Yuta's a wild card, man. We get this whole thing where he's reluctantly in the group, but yet keeps helping these guys win and keeping him retain the belt. So I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I think that's gonna be a good match. I'm excited for it. See how that plays out.
Yeah, definitely. Outrunner's ridiculous fucking promo. That was the most ridiculous promo package I have ever seen in my entire fucking life.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus Christ, what is going on right now?
I love the old school, man. I love it. I'm here for it.
I was like, did I get transported back to the year I was born? I was like, is it fucking 1985 all of a sudden?
Bitch, I'm 1984. Calm down. I felt like I was watching like an old school Rocky movie, like with when he's training alongside like Creed, man. It was good.
It was ridiculous.
What's going on, Cass Marie? How you doing? Nice to see you. That's awesome.
Then we had the tag match, the women's tag match, Statlander and Thunder Rosa with Penelope Ford and Megan Bayne. No surprise here. Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford won. They weren't going to make Megan Bayne lose.
So one, we have a botched chair shot last week. And then her explanation on Busted Open was trash. Basically protecting the girls who didn't do what they needed to do. And then we blow the dust off of her again when she's not even being showcased on Sunday. And I don't know. I love Thunder Rosa. No disrespect. I love her. Love listening on Busted Open pretty much every week. I love her. No disrespect. But what are we doing? Like, you and me talk about this all the time, whether it's this company or WWE. There's a lot of people in the back. Why are we having Thunder Rosa? What, redemption for the screwed up, like, the screwed up chair shot?
Right.
I don't get it. But, like, I saw her come out when it was promoted for the show, and I'm like, I mean, okay, I guess I get it. But then I guarantee you after tonight, we don't hear from him again for a while.
Yeah.
And obviously, yeah. I mean, good match. She's a good worker, but I don't get it. I didn't get it. Statlander obviously looks amazing. Love her in the ring. Anytime she's
I love Stat.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
She's one girl I keep hoping every time they do these big events, man, out in Long Island. I hope and pray that she's going to be on there. Never hasn't been yet. I hope she is one, but I can't wait to meet her because she's amazing. I love her on the screen. I love her work. I love everything. So
yeah, she's fantastic. I absolutely love Chris Statlander. Her and Megan Bayne are going to have a good feud, though.
Megan Bayne, oh my God, give me more of that, man.
Two powerhouses.
Yes, dude, Bayne can go. Pretty much, I don't know if you caught her finisher. It's pretty much an F5, which is amazing. Yeah. That's awesome. I love it. Love that he showcased the power with that. So I love that she has that.
Yeah,
excited.
It was a good match for what it was, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then Max Caster, we had the Mercedes promo, but then we had Max Caster coming out.
Don't walk by Mercedes. Hold on, wait. This is my I have 2 more weeks to plead to the people that are watching this right now. The 44 people watching, wherever you see this, I need the Mercedes Moné puppet. Guys, 9 days till I meet Mercedes Moné. I need that puppet in my hands so I can meet her with that puppet in the picture, or at least have her sign it. I'm telling you, if anyone knows where I can get one, please let me know. Cameron's got to be sick of my DMs and me tagging her and stuff, so I think she's gonna help me out. But I need a Temu version or something, man. I need that puppet.
That would be epic.
I need it, man. Oh my God. But anyway, yeah, sorry.
That would be epic.
I was waiting for you to talk about the promo to that, like, for my plea. I didn't want to walk right by it, but if anyone knows where I can get one, please comment, DM me, please. DM Jesse. Let me know. I need it.
Let him know. He needs this damn doll.
Listen, I crap on Mercedes. We all do. I'm a big Sasha Banks fan. I'm a big fan. I'm excited to be meeting her in about a little over a week. I'm excited for it. But to have that puppet, I think she'd get a crack on. She'd crack up over it. I think it'd be awesome, and I think she'd really appreciate that. So if I can do it, I'm excited.
Yeah, I think it would be hilarious for you to show up with that puppet.
She'd laugh her ass off. I know she would. She'd probably like give you the mean mug, and then she'd laugh her ass off.
Yeah,
like the picture, I can just see her being like, but then laughing her ass off at it.
I think it would be pretty funny. Now we go on to the horrible Max Caster promo. That guy's horrible on the mic. Holy shit, he's bad.
This clapping. Max Caster is the... Stop it. Jesus. Cringe 101. I thought Mercedes was bad. This is probably the one time where they were like,
bad.
Let's
it was awkward.
Oh, so bad. You saw people in the audience. What are we doing? Like, what is this?
Like, what are we doing here?
Oh,
like, this is not fun.
He made Justin Roberts call him the best wrestler in the world. Best wrestler alive. I apologize.
Yeah, not even close. Not even in the ballpark.
Danger. Silly.
Danger. Very silly. Silly and danger. Don't do it.
Back. Enjoy it. We've talked to plenty of wrestlers, right? The catering's great in AEW. Stay back there. Stay back there and enjoy the catering, bro. Don't come out here. We don't need it. We don't need it. Don't want it. We don't need it.
Don't want it. Don't need it. Don't do it.
Isaiah hits the nail on the head. Waste of time. Exactly.
Yeah. What it did bring out Jay White, who did say his promo about being there on Sunday, which did get the wheels turning, making me think potentially that he could be turning on Edge or Cope.
We're sharing a brain in that. I think it's going to be a turn. He's going to do something to Cope. Mox retains, and then those two go to White and Cope, man. I mean, those two can go too. They're great in the ring as well. But again, it's a way to have Mox retain. But again, we've talked about this numerous times. What are we doing with the Death Riders storyline? So he retains at Revolution, right? You retain at the big pay-per-view of the year. Now we have a 2025 of still him keeping the title. Again, you see it more on Wednesday nights, guys, and you see it on TV. I'm telling you, on our show, you see it more here. A belt just kept in a suitcase. What are we doing? Where is the end game? I'm just him retain. I don't want to see it on Cope. I don't. But Mox keeping it is, I feel like just as bad because then it's just who takes the belt off. Though I say that we talked about the beginning part of the contract signing. I think it's gonna be Swerve. I really have a deep, dark in the pit of my stomach. It's gonna be Ricochet. I hope it's Swerve. Swerve needs to do that because he also loses Prince Nana too. So I think Swerve retains. I don't think they make him go solo. But I really, really hope they put this belt back on Swerve. He wins against Ricochet. He goes up against Mox, gets the belt the hell off the Death Riders. That's my hope. But I feel like deep down inside, Ricochet's going to win and get a shot.
Man, I hope that's not the case. But we'll talk about that tomorrow night.
Exactly. We'll talk about that in a little bit as well. Yeah.
Yes. The Mariah May and Tony Storm promo was absolutely amazing.
Yes. Great
that was
work
so good.
Yes. Love to see it. Great work by Mariah May. Yes. Because I'm like, where are we going with this? And they kept going. I'm like, ooh, yes, more of this. I like it. Mariah May did an amazing job in that whole promo.
Oh, she was so good. Oh. So good in that promo. Just fucking phenomenal. Like, she almost blew Tony Storm out of the water in that promo with her performance, to be perfectly honest.
Well, it was one of those things where they were probably like, okay, this is Mariah, this is on you. Tony's just going to sit there and look at you. Like, you need to sell this promo. And she knocked out of the damn park, man. It was awesome. Awesome. It was stuff. Fire. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fantastic freaking promo.
In my opinion, I agree with Isaiah. I think those two should be the main event. We know it won't be. It's going to be Mox and Cope. But I agree with Isaiah. They're going to tear it down, and they probably should be. Take a page out of WWE's book, guys. Make the women your main event. They deserve it. That storyline deserves it. They've done enough, and I think they should, but they won't, unfortunately, but they should.
They should.
In my humble opinion.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
And then the main event. We had Ricochet and Okada, the odd couple, versus Brody and Swerve, which is another odd couple.
This match was particularly, I'm like, I get it. No, you could have done something else. What are we doing? That was straight out of WWE's playbook. Take the guys that are facing each other at the pay-per-view, put them in a tag match. Yeah, like that. But they were, again, those 4 guys, though, they all can go. They all can wrestle. It was great to see. So, I mean, I'm not mad about it, but it was just, and then what were they billing these matches? The Road to Revolution matches? Road to Revolution tag match or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good.
I mean, it was a good match.
Yeah, I mean, it was good.
All right, Dani just messaged me. She should be on shortly.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I'm excited to talk to her.
So before we get into that, I can do it. You can do it. Doesn't matter. Tomorrow night, 10 o'clock, join me and Jesse. We're going to be doing our predictions for Revolution on Sunday. Very excited. 10 p.m. tomorrow?
10 p.m. tomorrow.
Yep.
10 p.m. Eastern time.
Well, definitely. And then if you have, so in case you forget too, like me and Jesse tell you all the time, do the thing. Where is the thing? Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. We're on here with interviews, with shows, predictions, post shows, Raw, SmackDown, TNA, WWE, you name it, we cover it. Besides, whether it's me, whether it's Jesse, whether it's the Run-In podcast, we're out here. So just hit that bell. You're never going to miss a show. You're not going to look and go, oh man, I missed that. You'll know. You'll find out, and you'll always be in the know. So
we're always here.
Yep. Tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern. Me and Jesse will be here talking about
Revolution. Yeah, it's a stacked card.
It does look good.
Card. It looks really good on paper.
You beat me to it. I took it away. I'm sorry.
My bad.
Oh, thank you for that. Thank you for that, Kaz. I appreciate that. Thank you. We do it. Thank God to our significant others and our families for being in front of this camera so much on a weekly basis. So they're the real MVP.
If you guys haven't watched it yet, go watch yesterday's interview with Dijak and today's interview with AJ Francis that the boys did. Really good interviews.
The amount of gratitude that I have for both those gentlemen that took the time out to talk to me, talk to Mike, talk to Spedrock. Those were awesome interviews. If you got to watch them, amazing gentlemen. Definitely a dichotomy of the two, of watching Dijak yesterday and watching AJ today. Yes. Definitely 2 different individuals.
Polar opposites.
But with that being said, both gentlemen are awesome in-ring performers. Great stories, great insight into the business. They explain that they started, what they're at, what they're doing in the future too. So we're excited for that, and many more interviews to come on all sides and all facets of the media group. So we're excited for it. But yeah, definitely check those interviews out. They were great. Awesome.
Well, everybody, the woman of the hour, the woman of the hour has arrived. As I turn into Kermit the Frog there for a moment. Let's go ahead and welcome to the stage the one and only, extremely talented, gorgeous Editorial Dani.
Hi.
Hello, gorgeous. How are you?
I'm so good. How are you guys?
Good.
Awesome.
Good.
Pleasure to meet you. Thank you for coming on.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me. It's so great to meet y'all.
Likewise.
Yes, you too. I'm so glad to have you on. Thank you so much again for rescheduling last week. My niece and nephew got me sick and it was not happening. So I appreciate you being flexible with us. How are you tonight?
I am so good. My husband and I just watched Dynamite, and I just got a message from another wrestler about doing another vignette, so I'm kind of on.
There we go.
Yes, that is so awesome. Congratulations on that.
Awesome,
and I can see why that leads right into where I was going to go. Your vignettes are amazing.
Thank you.
Like, holy cow, those Julia Hart vignettes were insane. The new Dynamite intro is beautiful. I mean, you are so good at what you do. What got you started in videography or photography?
Thank you so much. Well, it really all started like back when I was little. Like I've always loved visual media. My grandparents on my dad's side were photographers. Like they loved taking pictures of birds and nature, but my grandpa would always have the tape camera on us all the time, and I always wanted to be either in front of it or I wanted to hold it. So I think that kind of sparked my interest in filmmaking and photos. And also I loved movies, loved Disney growing up. I have a whole Disney sleeve.
Nice.
How
Alice
are
in
ya?
Wonderland.
Awesome.
I loved watching behind the scenes of movies. Like I just love to see how things are made, and I wanted to be part of that. I wanted to make stuff. I want to make stuff that makes you feel something and that makes you think. And I've been making short films for a long time, like over 15 years, like just with my friends, with my husband, and classmates when I was in early high school, all the way up until college, and then just like entering film contests and just doing stuff for fun. And during the pandemic, I had a YouTube channel back in 2016, I think. It's kind of dormant right now, but it's completely separate from my photography. So if you want to check out Editing's Everything, I was doing a bunch of video editing on there. But during the pandemic, I decided to pick up photography again, try to make it go full time, because I lost my day job, and it kind of just took off from there. And then a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, was when Julia found me on Instagram, followed me, and she's like, "I want to work with you. Like your work is your stuff is so cool." I'm like, "Oh yeah." Like, and yeah, like my husband and I have been huge AW fans for almost 4 years now, and just to be able to combine my love for video and photos and wrestling is just like a dream come true. Like I never would have thought that I would be this big of a fan of wrestling and also working with these wrestlers and just creating art.
Yeah, absolutely. I know how that is, in a sense, with the guests that we have on our show. I never in a million years would dream that we'd have some of the guests that we have on our show. I mean, we had TJ Perkins on the show. That man is legendary. He's known all over the place. He's huge. Yeah. John just interviewed AJ Francis today. I mean, it's the same, taking something, a passion that you love, and incorporating it all together. So
yeah, that's awesome.
That's really awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, your work is amazing, man. I mean, I watch all the products about, name a 3-letter brand, I watch it, but your stuff rivals maybe more so what WWE puts out there. So you should be definitely proud of what you do, because it is amazing to see.
Thank you so much. It really means a lot.
Yeah, I was looking through your photographs today, and you have done you did Ruby Soho's maternity photos. I did not realize that you did that.
That is awesome.
I did. Thank you.
Those photos were absolutely amazing. And until I was going through your page and looking at all your photos, I did not realize that you were responsible for those pictures. So those were beautiful.
Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, they were so much fun to work with. Like they're so down to earth, so sweet. And after the shoot, we just hung out for like almost 2 hours, and we were just talking up until it just got dark.
That's awesome.
Let's go. There's no more light. Just keep going.
Sorry, I got a dog hair on my eyelash. I'm like dying over here. But you've worked with Anna J, Mariah May. You've been doing a ton of stuff with The Righteous lately.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, I have quite the story about The Righteous.
Do tell, please.
Oh, are you allowed to tell us?
We're here.
So no, it's all good. Because they are my favorite. So when they reached out over a year ago to make videos with me, and we were just like brainstorming ideas back and forth, and so finally we were able to meet up and make our videos. But the weather was so bad, and it was literally the coldest day of the year. We were supposed to film outside, but like plans kept changing, and thankfully, like, one of my best friends stepped up, and she offered her studio, which is 5 times bigger than mine. And just with all the changes, like, let's just say I was having just a full-blown panic attack the entire shooting day.
Oh, jeez.
Oh man, that is
But
not
it worked out
fun.
because the videos are amazing.
Yeah, they turned out so good. I was watching them. I was like, man, these are phenomenal.
Thank you.
Yeah, your work is awesome, man. I mean, obviously, too, and like you kind of hit on there's brainstorming and stuff like that. Like, where do you find when someone hits you up and you kind of want to talk about something? Where do you find your inspiration and kind of just start, like, obviously brainstorming and talking to everybody? But like, is there a basis where you start, kind of like as far as inspiration of like what someone does, or just kind of where do you start on the foundation and kind of go from there?
Well, let's use Brian Cage as an example, because I just worked with him over the weekend. Using his persona of the Machine, the Wolverine, I wanted to take elements of that and put that into the photo shoot. So I made a bunch of inspiration. So showed him that, and we were able to brainstorm off of that, and just bring to life this. This is definitely my favorite concept of the year so far. So it's really just all about pinpointing what parts of their personality shine the most, whether it's their personal personality or their wrestling personality, whatever they want to emphasize and show off the most. And usually it's a wrestling personality. But I also just worked with Rosa last month, and she wanted to do more like feminine, more of herself, and not so much with the face paint, and not so much wrestling, but more of just who she is, like more girly. And I'm like, I love that. Just switch it up every once in a while.
Yeah,
those photos of her in the red are just so beautiful. They are absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you. Yeah, she
rose
was
petals.
awesome. Everyone that I've worked with has been absolutely incredible.
awesome.
Who has been so far your favorite person to work with?
That was a really nice question.
Julia is always my number one. Like she's genuinely one of my closest friends, and I always love working with her. Like we always have such a good time. Lady Frost is also another one of my genuinely close friends. She's so funny. She always has great ideas, but I feel like in terms of like the most recent like best experiences I've had, in no particular order, The Righteous, Brian Cage, and probably Mariah May.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good top 3 to have. There's that top 3. You can interchange all of them. That's awesome.
Mariah May is an easy one, probably, because she's so photogenic as it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, I was going through your page and looking at all those photos, and it's the way you like you said, you capture the personality of the wrestler in your photos. You can really see that in all of the pictures that you take. Like with Mariah May's, they were all very feminine. They were very, pink and white. They were very, like her, the glamour. They were glamorous pictures. So you do a really good job. Brian Cage, like you said, taking the machine, the monster machine. And you did a great job turning those into a photo.
Thank you so much. Yeah, definitely one of my strongest points is directing, and I do a lot of visual directing, and so I was giggling to myself how like I'm this very small person, and I was like directing Brian Cage like okay, do this, and like his arms are as big as my head.
The gentleman's like this, enormously,
I'm
towering over you.
I can imagine that man just looks absolutely massive.
Swolverine, baby. That boy is big.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
And
is some of your like your aspirations of who you want to shoot?
Oh my goodness. There are so many people I would love to work with. People who follow me and who don't follow me. Like people who are super high on my list are Tony Storm, Willow, Swerve. I feel like I'm having a brain fart with how many people I want to work with. It's if you say a name, I will say yes.
Right, like let me on the spot.
Let me piggyback on that. Obviously, very big, very AEW heavy. You've done so much great work for them. Is there any kind of like want to maybe get into the other company that's on the other side of that, WWE, work with anybody on that side of the train tracks?
Oh yeah, I have a whole mantra of like, if you are a wrestler, I would love to work with you. Like to me, there's no tribalism. Like there's no competition. Nice. It's just like if you are a wrestler, if you're passionate about what you do and you want to work with me, ditto, I'll work with you too. Like because I know Shotzi recently followed me, and same with Liv. Liv Morgan follows me.
See, personally, watching what you do, especially with Julia Hart, it would be a fever dream to see what you could do with the Wyatt Six. Like what you could possibly. Oh my God! Like I would love to see what you could come up with, like from brainstorming, and just I would love to see what that would look like. So personally, just looking at like what's there now, what would be great. I think that would be awesome to see what you could do with those guys.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and really any kind of video idea, like just shoot me an idea and I can interpret it, and especially horror. Like me being covered in Disney tattoos, you would not think I am a horror fanatic.
I like that.
Yeah, I've got the Alice in Wonderland sleeve, and then I've got a whole Tim Burton leg with all the Tim Burton characters on it. So I'm covered in cartoons as well.
Awesome.
Jesse's double dipping.
Yeah. Nice cartoons, and I'm getting my next one's going to be a pouting Tinkerbell.
Oh, cute.
Yes, because the joke is if I don't get attention, I'm going to die, just like Tinkerbell.
Just us the rest of us that are in the group with her as well. Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah. Pay attention to me. No, just kidding. So, like, what other things do you have coming down the pipeline that you can talk about?
Ooh, spill the tea. Spill the tea.
I'm trying to think, things that I can talk about and things that like I can't like straight up say like
cryptically, it's fine. Cryptically, it's fine. We'll pick it apart after you go out. Off the air.
Real quick, watch Ring of Honor tomorrow night.
Okay.
That's all I'll say.
You all hear that? Everyone watch Ring of Honor tomorrow. That's your one clue. Yes. Maybe they drop the DLC stuff for like, hey, watch tomorrow night. You'll see.
Watch tomorrow night. Absolutely. Yes. I can't. That's exciting. That makes me excited.
I'm pumped.
As of right now, I'm trying to think. Well, I have like so many more Brian Cage photos. Like what I posted today, that's not even like the surface of what we did. Like because we did like 4 or 5 different concepts, and I think I've edited like 40 some photos in the last like 3 or 4 days. My eyes and my hands are tired.
Oh, I can imagine.
That's a lot. Wow.
But
how much time do you put into editing photos?
With the photos individually, depending on how intense of an edit it is, it can go between like just a couple minutes to about an hour. Like so many of the Brian Cage photos have been like at least like a 30-minute work. But like working really hard and just getting used to the lighting, and just the more you do something, the better you're going to get at it. And so I've been able to crack it down from an hour to about 20 minutes now.
Wow.
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 Faster than the speed of light.
I was gonna say, wow.
And come
That's
out with
awesome.
amazing products.
Thank you.
I can't stress that enough. Like, your work is just phenomenal.
Thank you.
Not even your wrestling photos. Every other photo that you've got on there. I mean, all the photos that I've seen that you've done are just amazing.
Thank you so much. That really means a lot.
No, your work is amazing. I concur with Jesse. Like, awesome stuff.
Thank you. I love what I do, and I love that this is my full-time job. And like I said, just being able to combine like all of my passions and interests is like what is my life now?
Mhm.
What is this? What am I doing?
Is this
How
the
does this
real life?
happen?
Me and Jesse do this all. When we start doing this, we're like, we're doing another show. What are we doing? Like, what is this? Like, it's just
What are
like
we
blending
doing
into
with
one.
ourselves?
Oh my god! Like, but that's passion, man. That's I think just as us doing a show is just what you do when you put brush to a picture, man. It's awesome, man, and what you do is amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, I absolutely love it.
So you said you've only been watching AEW for 3 or 4 years. Does that mean that's as long as you've been watching wrestling?
When my husband and I first met, he kind of like introduced me to WWE. That was like right around the time that CM Punk walked out in 2014. But he's always been a lifelong wrestling fan. And so when he showed me a couple matches of CM Punk and John Cena and like so on and so forth, I don't think I even watched like any wrestling like up until that point, and I was familiar that like, yeah, like it's scripted and like, oh, it's fake and all that, but I was so interested in the behind the scenes aspect. I'm just like do the commentators know what's gonna happen? Like, how much rehearsal goes into this? And just like me as like a filmmaker, like with knowing all the behind the scenes of films, what goes on behind the scenes of a live show. And so we went to a couple watch parties for WrestleMania and the Royal Rumble, and then I think that was maybe for like 2 years, and then we just kind of like fell out of wrestling. Like still enjoyed it, but just we never really watched it until we heard that CM Punk was coming back to AEW back in 2021, and so my husband really wanted to check it out. He's like, oh, like there's a new wrestling company, let's give it a shot. And we watched was it All In or All Out? I think it was of 2021. I think it was All Out. So that's in September. Immediately hooked. Just absolutely immediately hooked. And then a little bit of a sad side tangent as to why I think I am as big of a wrestling fan as I am now. My husband's best friend passed away the weekend of that pay-per-view. It was a botched medical procedure, and like it was just so sudden. And he and my husband had been best friends for over 20 years. Like they met on a wrestling forum, and like they talked every single day, but he was not able to see CM Punk's return match. And so I feel like with him, with his him leaving this world, his love of wrestling flowed into me to fill that void for my husband.
That's awesome.
I love that.
That's a really awesome story.
Yes.
And wrestling is, a big outlet for a lot of people too. So, to have that connection with your husband is really awesome, especially with him losing his friend.
Yeah, and wrestling is like our big interest together, because it's like we'll hang out in the living room and like he'll play video games and I'll edit, and like he'll hang out with his friends, I'll hang out with my friends, I'll do shoots and all that. But wrestling is like what we do together every single week. That's
awesome. I love that.
That's really cool to have something that you guys enjoy doing together. Is a really, it's fun. And the fact that you've turned it into a career as well.
I know, like what is happening?
Right.
What is life?
For real.
No, wrestling is a huge conduit for a lot of people, whether it's something you grew up on like myself, whether it's your outlet for 9 hours out of the week where you can just kind of watch something scripted, you just envelop yourself in that. Obviously yourself making art out of it. But yeah, no, it's wrestling's a huge deal. And obviously, you know, the way you interpret it has been amazing and it shows through your art. So it's good to see.
Thank you.
What other vignettes have you done in the past that we might have not really known until the Julia Harts have shown up?
That's it. Like,
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
Really?
The Masks one from 2023, the one that aired during Wrestle Dream, that was me.
Okay.
Which
Okay.
like funny story about that. That was not even meant for the show. Like that was just like something for fun. Like that, because I sent Julia a couple mood boards for a photo shoot, and I'm like, oh, because spooky season's coming up, why don't we just do a spooky video just for fun? And she's like, okay, cool, yeah, I'm down. And so I threw something together. I sent it to her, and she's like, girl, we got to get this on the show. And I'm like, shut up.
This is too good for no one not to see this. Let's go. Let's send it.
And like,
No, I believe it.
And then she sent over a voiceover. I put that in, sent it back, and she showed it to everybody, including Bryan Danielson, Tony Khan, Cody Rhodes. Like, sent it like everybody. And I got a call from one of the producers, and they're like, hey, like this is amazing. We want to use this on for Wrestle Dream. And then for I think it was Dynasty last year, the Julia versus Willow, the video with the masks and the fire, that was me, and that was made for the show.
Okay.
And then the most recent ones with her as a cheerleader and her in that spooky room, and then with arrows, like that was all me. And yeah, it's like Julia is so much fun to work with. Like we always have such a good time. Like we're always laughing, always giggling, and like she's so easy to work with. And I'm so honored. Like because the Masks video, that was our second time working together, and like without even seeing like the finished product, just showing her the raw video file, she's like, you're going to be my full-time photographer. I'm like, okay.
You're hired.
That's
it.
Book it. I mean, I can totally see why she would want you to be her full-time photographer and videographer. It's amazing. The way you took her past and her present and merged those together in those videos was just amazing. Just the whole concept of the videos.
Thank you. Yeah, like the whole story, she wrote and directed all the videos. I filmed and I edited everything. Like we make such a good team, and we just make magic together. Like she's so good at writing and creating her own storylines. Like she's awesome.
And she's come so far from where she was just as the little cheerleader to the amazing talent. I mean, Julia Hart is phenomenal.
She's
Oh my
probably
goodness.
one of the more underrated female wrestlers in the industry, man. She gets it done. She's awesome in that ring. Where she's come from to what she is now is amazing.
Oh, for sure. Like she is absolutely incredible, and she deserves all the credit, deserves all the flowers, like all the hype, and like yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing more videos once they get her back into the mix. Come on, Tony. Get Julia back into the mix.
Make it happen. Awesome.
So, which match are you most excited to see at Revolution this weekend?
Tony versus Mariah, for sure. Yeah,
So
I'm like so excited for the Hollywood ending. It's no holds barred, and yeah, no disqualification, falls count anywhere. That match is gonna rock.
It's gonna be brutal.
so do you watch the WWE product at all? Do you guys watch that as well, or is it exclusive AEW?
It really depends on what's going on in WWE. Like we watch WrestleMania every year. We recently went to SummerSlam because it came to Cleveland last year.
Good,
So
good
that was a
event.
lot of
Good PLE.
yeah. So that was a lot of fun. But I feel like because I have such a personal connection with AEW and such a personal connection with so many of the wrestlers, AEW is my bread and butter. AEW feels like a home to me. And not saying that like I don't like or don't watch like any other wrestling. Like I love all wrestling. Like, I remember I think it was 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 Christmases ago, my husband surprised me with tickets to a local wrestling show, and it was absolute intense wrestling. Like they're from Cleveland, and so I'm like, oh, like this is so cool. Like this will be my first non AEW live show, and so like going into the show, I'm just like, now, do I love wrestling or do I just love AEW? And then when we left the show,
indie wrestling is a whole other genre. We start watching those shows. That's a whole different ball game.
And then when we left the show, I'm just like, it's confirmed. I love wrestling.
It's confirmed. I love wrestling. I just love it all.
The reason
I wish Colorado had more indie wrestling.
Yeah.
In general, I feel like you need to start petitioning. Just get Colorado, get more in general from everybody, because I feel like no one's going up there. Man. They hit Denver a little bit and then they're out. Like that's it.
I need more Colorado events.
Right. The reason I asked that question wasn't like, was it WWE or AEW? The reason I asked that is there somebody that you would? Is there somebody? I mean, I brought up the Wyatt Six, obviously, with what you do with Julia Hart. Is there somebody you'd want to work with that you know in WWE? You kind of want to be like pick their brain and kind of brainstorm and get something going, or do something for them creatively?
Oh, absolutely. Number one for WWE is Rhea Ripley.
Oh my God, yes. Oh, that would be awesome.
You could work some magic with her.
Or just see that. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And and Seth Rollins would be so much fun to work with. Like with all his wardrobe. Like hello.
That alone, I was just saying, like, wow, the things you could do with that. He already has an open mind for fashion. Just imagine what it would be for like art, like that kind of stuff. Visually, that would be amazing.
Yeah. Oh, and also Chelsea Green recently followed me, and I'm like, oh, maybe I could do something with her.
Oh, get away,
my Chelsea Green hat.
Get that thing away.
Thing is ginormous. They're way bigger than I thought they were going to be.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, that's awesome.
Actually, Hobbs followed me last night, so that was pretty fucking cool.
That's awesome. Hobbs is a big player in the game, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. He also recently followed me a couple months ago, and I wished him a happy birthday recently, and he's like, "Thank you."
Yeah, he's a good dude, awesome. Man. They need to feature him more too, I should say. Yeah,
big he's been on a couple of the Heels calls, and he's great on those calls. Have you done Heels?
No, I have not.
I would definitely recommend Heels. It's really fun. It's a really nice community for women that like wrestling, and they do meetings once a month. It's phenomenal. Heels is great.
I will definitely have to check that out and find out how I can be a part of that.
Yeah, because Aubrey and Amanda.
Julia will get you right in, guaranteed.
Yeah,
right in, I guarantee you. That's one phone call.
Aubrey or Amanda. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say Amanda too. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, because it's a great community. You'd be a fun guest to have on there too. Yes, Carol. She is a very talented artist.
Awesome sauce.
Awesome. Well, I wish you absolutely nothing but the best in the future. And I am so grateful that you took the time out to come be with us tonight. I'm sure you're super busy editing photos, getting things ready. But it was so nice to meet you and to have you on tonight.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me. It was so great to meet y'all.
I second that. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you for taking the time.
Of course.
Yes. Where can everybody find you?
You can find me on Instagram at the Editorial Style, as well as on Blue Sky, Editorial Style Blue Sky Social, like all those. What else? Facebook Editorial Style, and I recently changed my Twitter name to Editorial Dani.
Perfect. Awesome. Everybody go follow her, check her out.
Do the thing.
See all the talent that is Dani, because she's amazing. If I could, I would fly to Cleveland just so she could take pictures of me, because that would be absolutely so much fun.
Yes.
Do some sort of forest scene. I got it all planned out.
Yeah, awesome. Let's make it happen.
Yes, that would be so much fun. Well, thank you again so much for joining us tonight. Everybody that's tuning in now, you can join us tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern time for our Revolution prediction show. John, where can they find you?
Chair Shot Sports. Chair Shot Sports, everything. When I'm not here on Wednesday nights, aside from Jesse B, you can catch me on Mondays and Fridays doing Raw and SmackDown breakdowns, interviews, and the whole nine. You can catch me Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitch as well, all at Chair Shot Sports.
And you can find me at Jess Skywalker 10. Haha, I didn't glitch out this time. And on YouTube at The Lowdown with Princess Skywalker and John Anthony. Dani, I glitch out on my handle quite often. I forget what it is.
You can find me at...
You can find me at...
Okay, yeah, here we go. Awesome.
But again, thank you so much for everybody tuning in tonight, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow night. Thank you so much. Bye.